Can you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Addie Abrahamson. I'm a transfer student sophomore studying fashion, retail, and business administration.
My name is Kang Bang. I'm a junior here majoring in video production.
My name is Aaron Sims, and I'm a business administration major here at the UW Stout, and this is my fourth and final year here.
Hi, my name is Johnny Wheeler. I teach video production at the University of Wisconsin-Stout.
My name is Adam Ludwig. I'm the director of university housing.
Can you tell us about how your first impression was about COVID-19 when it first happened?
I think it was kind of intimidating for everybody because obviously none of us have gone through a global pandemic before.
The word I would use to describe when COVID first happened was surreal.
It went from bad to worse instantly, and it was like everything that none of us would have ever expected, and I certainly didn't expect that either. So
I remember our whole staff came together talking about how are we going to inform our staff that folks are going to need to go home, our students are need to go home or go elsewhere because we know that home's not an option for a lot of people who are living with us on campus here.
How did COVID affect you?
It certainly made it so that we cut off ties seeing anybody physically anymore.
From a personal impact, it was isolating. Personally, I had gotten COVID in that first year. It was September of that year, as we were trying to respond to folks on campus here, and so I was dealing with it personally myself as we were trying to help others. So just kind of a trying experience in that way, balancing on many things.
yeah, academically, I think it really allowed me to understand, that I was just kind of tired of doing things the way that, they had us doing it. I mean, it was the only way to do it. You put on asynchronous classes, you make everything virtual, you try to accommodate the best way you can. But academically, I just felt burned out, to be honest. I mean, a lot of my classes, which really needed that in-person communication, it lacked that type of versatility to it, with all of it being either through virtual meetings or just assignments that we had to turn in. There really wasn't any of that camaraderie with other students.
I did my teaching in a way where suddenly everything became much more virtual, became much more online, which leading up to that point, it was something that I had wondered about anyway, like why didn't we have more online options when it comes to classes? And then COVID kind of forced me as a teacher to start writing curriculum that was meant to be delivered online. Probably the strangest one was a drawing class. So I taught drawing classes before, but it was always in person. You'd kind of help students by maybe do a little sketch over the top of something they were doing. But doing it 100% online was a totally different, but I think rewarding experience.
Working in housing as a resident advisor, our job requires us to be in person, talking to different people, interacting with them, and developing these bonds and connections. And that's kind of hard to do, when everything is virtual, when we can't exactly see them, when we can't get those intricacies of their facial expressions, and we can't have that bonding time together. So academically, socially, professionally, and all above, I mean, everything was definitely affected for the worst experiences.
What are you looking forward to when COVID goes away?
Definitely being able to get out a lot more. A lot of my travel plans and opportunities that I would have had pre-COVID kind of got ruined. So I'm just excited to be able to travel again, go out and socialize without being scared of catching COVID.
Mainly looking forward to, having not to wear a mask. But I mean, I do still wear a mask in the schools because, I just want to be cautious because, it's like something that's new because everybody's just taking off their mask, and I just want to be cautious about that just in case, if anything happens. Because I mean, COVID is still in the air, but we just aren't known about when we're gonna get it or anything like that.
I'm excited to move forward to a new type of normal for us, for a new era of community, but there are going to be some really difficult conversations in how we navigate that for folks who for folks just generally, I think, because we know people's needs are really different. So of course, a couple months ago now, when we could take our masks off, we set internal policies within our office about how we're going to engage with students who want to wear a mask and are in our office, and making sure that we're doing what is best for the students there. So we're excited to take them off and excited to get to some more face-to-face time with people versus our virtual meetings, but we're approaching it with caution.
And now, I mean, we can all wear masks if we want to. And going forward, you know, it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing that maybe is about safety. Thinking about health as it affects what we do in our day-to-day lives is maybe a positive thing that happened from COVID.
But to be honest, I think in a more concise manner, I would say my biggest aspiration is that things just continue to get better. You know, we can keep doing things in person. We don't have to deal with these restrictions again. You know, that's idealistic, and that's dependent on if COVID manages to cease, you know, and if it continues to be on the decrease. But yeah, again, my biggest thing is just everything continues to open back up, and we keep that optimistic and that idealistic spirit, and that this pandemic doesn't kick up again.
Thank you very much.